what's up you guys, Aftershare Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Stargate SG-1. This is Season 2, Episode 11, I believe. Yes. So, I'm going with some natural lighting at the moment. It's currently daytime as I'm recording this, and I've got my window open, because it's so fucking hot. Can I tell you how hot it is? Let's see. Apparently it's 25 degrees, but it feels fucking hot. Let me tell you, okay? Here's a cheat sheet for you. If you ever see me just wearing, just like if I'm not wearing a jacket or like a cardigan or anything over my arms, really, you know it's a fucking hot day. Because I really like having like a secondary thing on. Anyways. So yeah. I don't know what's going on with my LED lights. They're being weird. So, I don't know what to do about that. Let's go over last week's comments, shall we? They said 1 Abydos year to the day, which could be like 513 days instead of 365. Plus, I think in Children of the Gods, Daniel said an Abydos day was 36 Earth hours. I don't remember that. Not only has Sam been to other planets and to space, she's been to hyperspace, which only 2 other Earthborn humans have ever done. Yes. General Hammond. It was an accident. O'Neill. Yes, sir. Ominous music. Earlier in that episode, Hammond told O'Neill to talk to the reporter again to find out how much he knew. Then the reporter was run over when they were done talking. It's implied in the final conversation between Hammond and O'Neill that Hammond had taken him out. I don't think so. I can't see Hammond doing that. Sorry. I don't agree with that. I don't care if you think that... Sorry. I don't think that it's implied at all. I think that it's just like... I don't know. Or more subtly, Jack suspected Hammond had passed the word on to his higher-ups, who used one of the shady government departments to silence the reporter. Yeah, I would argue that one more... I think, because I don't think Hammond himself would have done it. I think someone else in the government probably would have. I always figured it was the people who leaked this information to the reporter who were behind it, but I suppose that would kind of be counterproductive to their agenda. Why try and out the program and then just shut up the whistleblower? Me stupid. If it was Hammond, then I honestly never saw that coming and still have my doubts. So... I mean, it's not really counterproductive. I mean, they might have leaked the information and then, like, wanted the reporter to just out it. Whereas he went to them and informed them that there was a mole in the system, you know? And so, because they found out there's a mole in the system, that person could be mad and take them out. There's that. I don't believe for a minute Hammond gave the order. I agree. He may have made a call to report the leak. The report was acknowledged, and without Hammond's knowledge, things were set in motion to deal with the reporter. Unless it really was just a random accident. Yeah, I can't see Hammond doing, like... I agree. In regards to why they didn't contact Daniel about I don't know why I'm sucking at spelling today, reading... in the pilot episode, the main reason Daniel told them to bury the gate was because they all realized there were more threats beyond Ra, and that could come to Abydos. Therefore, even when Shaira came back, they probably agreed that unburying the gate simply to say, hey, she's back, wasn't a good enough reason to make themselves vulnerable. I don't know. I mean, Daniel said that his whole thing was like, I'm going to get her back. So I feel like they should have unburied the gates. to tell them she's back. As for why Shira and her father didn't discuss anything about the ordeal until this episode, I admit it's hard to swallow myself, but I imagine when she came back, she probably didn't want to talk about what happened, and Kasuf seemed like someone who would be happy to have her back without question, or maybe he didn't even know how to question her. Although I love Kasuf, I don't know. When you think about it, in the movie, it didn't take much for him and the Aberdonians to just assume that Jack and Daniel were on their team with and their team were with the Goa'uld. So they're not quite the inquisitive bunch. Fair enough. I don't know why I'm sucking at pronunciations today, I apologize. There were quite a few Stargate rings made. The one from the movie got destroyed by being left outside. That's fucking stupid. Why would you leave something like that outside? Okay. There were 2 rings for the SG-1 and a number of replacement parts. The replacement parts and the smaller ring used on location were auctioned off in parts. The larger rings were auctioned off in whole to a private bidder. Rumor was that Bill Gates bought it, but it was never confirmed. Oh, alright, interesting. Alright, on to the next episode's comments. Could you imagine having a freaking Stargate in your house, though? If you're looking for information on the new developments for Stargate franchise and the potential new series, here's a good video to view. Yeah, I'm not going to be clicking on that. I'm sorry. One thing, sorry to inform you, should we not be watching this? It's full of spoilers. Okay, well, for one thing, it's full of spoilers. And for another thing, I don't want to get recommended stuff on YouTube regarding Stargate, because then spoilers will show up. But I mean, it's there for you guys if you want to look at that link. This is one of my favorite early episodes, and Jack gets caught again, revealing that he's smarter than he pretends to be. Yeah. Yeah, I feel cheated. You muting yourself while singing the intro. I love it when you sing. You shouldn't mute yourself, Fruits. Yeah, I know I said we have mainly overcome when talking about Tilk and how he says woman. I mean, some cultures still treat their women as lower classes, or however you want to call it. And yes, I sometimes call you woman or girl, but you know damn well I don't mean you any harm. With me, it's just a bit of slang, in the same way I say things like my dude or my girl. Okay. Very good question. How long in between shots with the Zat gun would it take for it not to be lethal? I would think as soon as the first shot wore off, it would be okay to shoot them again and not kill the person, but who knows? How do you know when it wears off? True. We spoke about this afterwards. Neither Tilk nor the dude all of a sudden being with his wife was blameless in the scenario. Also, the wife knew that Tilk was still out there, but chose to hook up with another dude. There are no innocent parties involved with this. Exactly. From what I remember, a while after the show ended, pieces of the Stargate were auctioned off onto eBay at like $4,000 a piece. Really? $4,000 a piece? I feel like that's actually not that much money for what... Anyways, I'd love to have a full-size gate actually rotating and lighting up like the one used on set, but that thing would not fit in my apartment. It's 6.7 meters in diameter, so roughly 2 stories high. Yeah, but you'd be able to tell people you have Stargate, so. Since it's been long ago since you watched the movie, the actor playing Kasuf is the same actor as he is in the movie. I was wondering that, but I didn't say anything. I wasn't sure. She sings! Nah, Fruits, Shair hasn't been there for an entire year. Kasuf said she's been there for a season. We don't know how long a season lasts in Abydos, though. For us, we have 4 seasons, each lasting 3 months. But Abydos is a completely different planet, which might not have 4 seasons. It might be 2, and they might only last for 2 of our weeks. We don't know. Yeah, but I was kind of like making a joke about the fact that, like, I don't know, they referred to it as seasons, and there's like seasons of the show, so it's like she's been there for a season, like the whole season. I mean, nobody can tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, if Sam's dad only knew what kind of shit Sam gets up to on a weekly basis. NASA, get the fuck out of here. The bald dude in the gold armor is the same Goa'uld in the episode with Thor's chariot, you know, the dude whose name you can't pronounce. Jack, it's O'Neill with 2 L's. There is another Colonel O'Neill with only 1 L, and he has no sense of humor at all. Was a job at the movie, yeah. This Jack O'Neill is a much more likable dude, isn't he? I mean, you've had more time to develop him as well, so there's that. Might just be me, but it'd be really fucking easy to open fire on Apophis as he comes through the gate. Yeah, exactly. I highly fucking doubt he'd be using his personal shield while going through the gate. Make some points. Intro. You muted the episode on purpose. That was very unexpected. You's funny. The Batman joke, though. Fully expected that one. When it comes to the discussion of alien life existing and people believing we're the only life out there, I can't help but quote the movie Contact. The universe is a pretty big place. It's bigger than anyone has ever dreamed of before. So if it's just us, seems like an awful waste of space. There's something I just remembered. Somebody made a comment about something on an episode, and I just want to bring that up. It was a YouTube comment on the episode Solitude. You know, the one where there was 2 gates and they were stuck in the ice. You guys know the episode. So there was an interesting comment that I found quite funny. Okay, Sam climbs to the surface, then comes back saying that it's cold. It's a cold, bleak ice world. That got me thinking, I wonder how many thriving Earth-like planets the SG program has visited, then written off as ice worlds or desert planets or bleak, empty hunks of rock. Basically, just because they go to, like, I don't know, the North Pole? I don't know, something like that, you know what I mean? Like, they go to the North Pole of a different planet, and they're like, nah, this place is just ice. I found that funny. Anyways, continuing. Leave it up to you to ask for 1.5 seasons how Teal got his emblem, only for you to talk over it when he finally gets explained. Well, look, the dude had a funny hat. What the fuck is this? I had to pause because I was laughing so hard, everything almost went black for a moment. I got tears in my eyes now. Look at you and your beanie, added later. You think I look cool? Do I look gangster? Censored. Yeah, Fruits, you're looking cool as fuck. Nobody commented about that apart from literally just you. Why didn't anyone like my hat? Don't like my hat. Do I ever just do something and then instantly hate myself for what I did? Nah, I'll blow that bridge up once I've crossed it, Fruits. 10 minutes later. Yeah, you uncomfortable? Is that beanie keeping your head warm? How's that sound? How's the sound coming through? Alright? Alright. Yeah, what are the chances a kid could call around and get to talk to Jack, a dude who works on a super secret Air Force project? I mean, we've seen the SGC security, and I'd say the chances are pretty goddamn high, but I'm surprised she didn't just show up in the gate room with Tilk. Yeah, I feel like they needed to explain that, but they didn't. All we got was like, oh, I know my dad used to work in something, and he has people that he trusts or something, but it's like, same. I wasn't looking forward to this episode, but you managed to make it fun with your shenanigans. Right. Let's get into the episode. Hang on. I wonder how long... I wonder if any of you guys realized it was on the wrong way. Rawr, rawr. No, it didn't come through.
We have to activate the Tok'ra light. Quickly, Jalanar.
Is that who I think it is? Oh my god, it's like he's gonna look so young.
Jalanar, hurry!
Oh, okay, so this is Jolanar's memories.
I think I might have found something.
Why was she doing tests on herself? What?
You don't think it was just a dream?
No, sir. It was real. I could tell.
Tok'ra.
You could
I
tell.
feel like I've heard that name before.
Yes, sir. I don't know how exactly, but I could tell.
So we're supposed to buy into this ESP or whatever it is?
O'Neill, when a Goa'uld infests its host, their minds intermingle. It is possible that portions of Jalanar of Malkshul remain in Captain Carter's mind.
These Tok'ra were on the run. They may be in trouble. Now, if we want to find them again, we should find them before they move on. They may still be at these coordinates.
I'm prepared to send SG-1 through to the coordinates Captain Carter saw in her vision, if you agree.
How did you see the
I know you're
coordinates?
skeptical about these things, but I am confident that I'm right on this one.
I suppose. Right.
Colonel, is it all right if I catch up with you?
We leave in 10.
Only need 5.
Your dad?
Dad. Hi, it's me, Sam. What do you mean, why am I calling, Dad? You just told me you have cancer, you can't... Alright. Okay, never mind. Listen, I'm about to go on a little trip. Yes, it's for the Air Force. It's not important where I'm going, Dad. What's important is that I may be gone a while, and I just wanted to call and see how you're doing. You're sure?
No goodbye.
Worthless.
Oh,
No one's
leather
tracked
chair,
yet, huh?
sweat,
Tok'ra are known for their ability
fun.
to map their trails. They are, as you say, stealthy in their actions.
Alright.
Yeah, stealthy would be a good word, Teal.
Good guys or bad guys?
We mean you no harm, but I warn you, if you make any aggressive moves, we
Oh my
will
god,
prepare
it is
for
him!
Same here.
It's the dad on Teen Wolf.
But I think we will have the advantage.
He's also on
There are more
Revenge.
of us.
Probably some other stuff that I can't think of right now.
This is true.
This one is a Jaffa, Apophis sect.
I am
You
no
look
longer
like a
serving
baby!
these.
Who then are you in service to?
I am allied with these, the Tari, in battle against Apophis. And all other Goa'uld.
Careful, Daniel,
Why?
because they are Goa'uld.
Do not call us that.
You know, in some galaxies, this is called loitering. How long do you think we can keep it up?
Martooth.
His name is
do not know this one.
Martooth?
But I'm right, aren't I? That's your name, Martooth.
Tooth. Okay.
It is? How do you know me?
I don't. But I knew someone who did. His name was Jalanar of Malkshul.
Where is Jalanar?
He died saving my life.
That's why we're here, to seek out the Tok'ra.
Assuming, of course, you are the Tok'ra.
And if we're not?
Well, I guess we all start shooting. There's blood, death, hard feelings. It'd suck.
And if we are this thing you call Tok'ra? If you are indeed the Tok'ra of Jaffa legend, we shall form an alliance.
I learned a lot from Jolinar. Enough to know that we could be good friends. And frankly, enough to know that you are the Tok'ra.
I believe this one speaks the truth. Perhaps we should just listen to what they have to say.
He looks like such a baby, it's so weird.
Well, that's better, isn't it? So, take me to your leader.
Please, come closer together.
Why?
Jack.
It's okay.
Oh, it is?
They've been standing on those rings that whole time.
This way.
This is an interesting green screen.
It's just like the place in my dream. But that was on the planet that they were fleeing.
It is said throughout the legend of the Tok'ra, when they arrive on a planet, they go deep underground.
The
They say they
Nakora.
possess the technology to actually grow tunnels.
This looks like some sort of crystal material, so theoretically it could be grown.
The Apophis had me searching for tunnels such as these for many years. We never found them. It is believed when the Tok'ra move on, the tunnels are destroyed.
What's the story with this Martoof?
I'm not sure. I get the feeling I know almost all of these people, but my memories of Martoof are the strongest. It's like I have some weird bond with him.
Maybe it was your husband or something.
Please, come this way.
Or your brother. I don't know.
George.
Jacob, are you all right?
I've been better.
I was under the impression that the cancer hadn't gone this far.
So was I. They cleaned out all the lymph nodes. Problem is, apparently, one squadron of those little buggers got themselves reassigned to my liver.
Let me make a call. Get Captain Carter a call.
No need.
Jacob, she should be here.
Why? Let me tell you something, George.
Family?
My little girl grew up seeing Daddy go off to God knows where to fight God knows who. And I always came home alive and well. Now I'm gonna let her sit here and watch me lose a war? Some little runt so small I can't even see him?
I mean, yeah.
That's exactly what she thought you'd say. How about doing us all a favor, Jake?
It's not about your ego, it's about spending time
Like the
with,
brave soldier.
like, remaining time with your
It's your daughter
loved
we're talking
ones.
about here. She should have a chance to be here to see you through this.
I got a feeling she's on a pretty important mission right now. Am I right?
Well, yes, but there are
Then
others.
do me a favor and honor my wishes. Leave her there.
This is ridiculous.
There is one thing you could do for me, George.
Anything
Tell me what my little girl's doing.
except that. You know it's classified.
George, they're telling me I don't have much time left. Who am I going to tell? God?
I assume you're from the First World, the Tory. Is that correct? Were you among those who rid the galaxy of the Supreme System Lord, Ra?
Yep. That's us. Yeah. We're those.
Then, in a sense, you are Tok'ra.
Of course. Tok'ra. Tok'ra against Ra. Thank you for sharing that.
He's in VTAC. Let's go. Let's shock him at 200.
Okay.
Okay, clear. Again at 300.
300.
Clear.
You know,
Normal sinus, okay.
cancer makes people look really fucked in the end. And it's awful.
How are you doing?
It doesn't look very fucked.
All right,
I'm just
he's
saying.
in aplastic crisis. Let's give him a unit of packed cells, check his vitals every 15 minutes. Let me know if anything changes.
Doctor,
He's stable for now.
may I ask, how long does he have?
Can't say with a cancer like this. Could be 5 days or 5 minutes. Sorry. If there's any family for you to contact, I'd recommend you getting them here ASAP.
He's gonna end up telling him what they do.
So am I to understand you did not invite Jolinar to use you as a host?
That is correct. He did it in an emergency situation to escape an assassin.
Then if you are not a voluntary host, how do we know that you did not kill Jolinar yourself?
Well, because I didn't. I mean, I guess you're just gonna have to trust us on that.
And why should we trust you?
You know something?
I mean, they've just told you
I've been asking myself
everything.
the same damn question. Why should we trust you? You are, after all, Goa'ulds.
Jack?
Done nothing but get interrogated here. Now, are we prisoners and are you Goa'ulds? Yeah?
You are not, and I have told you, we are not Goa'uld.
I didn't... Why do you talk like that? And what's with the glowing eyes, huh? Might it have something to do with a little reptilian activity in your heads?
We have symbiotic creatures within us, yes.
Well, then?
Well, then, you can see how we might think you would be a danger to humans. You take humans as hosts.
Goa'uld take hosts. Tok'ra do not. Ours wish to be so.
We have a truly symbiotic relationship.
No offense, but why would any human volunteer to be a host for a Goa'uld?
Allow me to introduce Selmak.
Her host name is Sarush, the oldest and wisest among us, an important leader for our cause. However, she is unfortunately very ill and will soon die.
How old is she?
She will be 203 of your years in a few of your days.
I'm sorry, I was under the impression that Goa'uld lived much longer than 200 years.
Goa'uld do, but Tok'ra don't.
That's because you don't use the sarcophagus, right?
That's correct. We believe to do so would drain the good from our hearts.
I can vouch for that.
That's why our numbers don't grow large enough to defeat the massive forces aligned with the System Lords.
Zero or negative population growth. Since you won't take new hosts by force, most of the time the Goa'uld dies with the host.
And this is what is about to happen to Selmak.
Unless one of you wishes to volunteer to serve as a host.
I'm gonna pass on that.
Yes, although it does sound very fascinating, I think it's a little too long-term for me.
I'm sorry, I've already been through that.
Hey, it's a question. I only have to ask.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
You shouldn't sneak up on a person like that.
We didn't mean to upset you with the suggestion of becoming a host, but...
Well, as long as you take no for an answer.
Are you sure that we have never forced a human to become a host? It goes against all that we believe in.
Yeah, well, you know, Captain Carter didn't exactly invite Jolinar in.
Yes, sir, but I believe he was sincere about wanting to leave me as soon as he found another host.
If he found one.
I'm curious. If you're not interested in becoming a host, then why did you seek us out?
To form an alliance.
Well, yes, so you said, but it's apparent that the thought of an alliance disgusts you.
Wait a minute, you think by form an alliance, we mean we want to be hosts?
Well, what other sort of an alliance would a non-blended human and the Tok'ra want to have?
Well, we do have a common enemy. How about a friendship?
We could share information.
We can engage in battle side by side.
I do not believe you will be of any service to us. You are neither strong enough nor advanced enough.
You do realize that they took out Ra.
You're
You
incorrect.
literally heard them.
It was these who destroyed 2 Goa'uld motherships.
Yeah.
It was you. We had operatives who died on board those vessels.
Oh boy.
We were only defending our planet.
We didn't know that they'd traveled to the Tori. And this information, it explains a lot. At least now we know how and why our operatives died, and for that, we're truly grateful.
So maybe we can be of service.
Perhaps you're correct. I will try to convince the Council of Tok'ra to meet with you.
Would you like to take a walk on the surface?
What?
Why?
I would like to hear more of Jolinar of Mokshar.
Well, yeah, sure.
I'm only inviting Captain Carter. What we have to discuss is private. I hope you understand.
Actually, no, I don't.
Colonel, I think I should go with him. I think I need to go with him. There's a lot of
O'Neill
questions
is
he can answer about
extremely
Jolinar.
distrusting this episode.
I assure you, sir, she will be very safe with me.
I need to do this. Please.
Okay, son. But I want you to have her back by 11 o'clock. Understand?
How did I know he was gonna make that joke?
Tell me about Jolinar's last days.
Well, it's kind of weird. It's like I'm left with these intuitions, feelings. I know this. She sacrificed herself to save me. It speaks a ton about her character as far as I'm concerned. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
I'm sorry. My chief is having a more difficult time handling this than I am.
So you're his symbiote, Lantash, right?
Yes. My chief is the name of my host.
Yeah, I knew that. I seem to know pretty much everything about you. When I'm with you, I feel a different sort of, I don't know, recognition than I do with the other Tok'ra. Is there something different about your relationship to Jolinar?
Jolinar and I were together for nearly 100 of your years.
I'm just gonna say, why couldn't Jolinar be a male? I understand the whole no gender thing, but like, you could have had a thing. Come on. 90s TV show. Come on.
She was my mate.
Oh. How does that work? She was whose mate? You were 2 for Lantash.
Both.
Now, let me attempt an explanation. As I said before, ours is a truly symbiotic relationship. So what I feel, Lantish feels. What Lantish feels, I feel.
When one of you is in love, you both feel it.
Yes. We love as one, and we mourn as one.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. We want you to truly comprehend this so that you'll better understand us.
Okay. Well, I am curious. What was Jolinar's host like?
Jolinar's host, Rosha, was very beautiful. She had eyes like the oceans of Marloon. Hair was the color of sand of Abydos, and her smile was as infectious as laughter. In fact, Rosha looked very much like you, Captain Carter. You are very beautiful. You'd make a lovely new host for Salmac.
You knew she was uncomfortable with that,
Sorry,
dude.
I said something to offend you.
No. Yes. It's difficult enough with just the remnants of Jolinar in here. The last thing I need is another person, symbiote, whatever.
Quite the place you've got here.
Is it true these facilities are grown?
It is. When we arrive at the new base, we plant certain crystals, and they grow into all that you see.
Wow.
May I help you?
No, thanks. I was just looking around.
This is not the way to the new council chambers.
Oh. I'm sorry.
But I would
I thought he was gonna make a joke about looking for the toilet.
These are my private quarters.
Not very private.
The Tok'ra hold no secrets from each other. There's no need for doors or partitions. Can I show you back to your group?
I can find my way back.
How fast can you grow a facility like this?
Quite rapidly. We build only as we need. That is why we are only now adding the corridor and the council chambers. See for yourselves. This chamber is newly grown. Until now, we had no reason to convene the Council of Tok'ra.
So this is some sort of accelerated crystal growth.
That is correct. We have learned to pattern the natural tendencies of the crystal.
Like a Chia.
People of the Tory, allow me to introduce the Grand Council of the Tok'ra.
Hey, folks. Nice to meet you.
We're very grateful. We're representatives of a planet called Earth.
It is an honor. The council has reviewed your proposal of an alliance between our peoples.
And?
We would like you to understand our situation. We are an illegal resistance group within the Goa'uld. We are the most hunted, most hated enemies of the System Lords.
Hey.
So
we
then
haven't made
an
too many
alliance
friends
would be
along the
great.
way either.
The secrets of the Tok'ra would never be revealed. It is not the way of the Tari.
Not intentionally, but you might be followed to us. You might be tortured into revealing our whereabouts, or a spy might be introduced into your midst.
We would like to know what you have to offer us that is of sufficient value to justify our exposure.
Well, I think we've got a lot of things.
The Tari have become quite advanced.
I'm sure we have something you could use.
Please, give us an example.
Well, I mean, after all, we have the same goals in mind.
Perhaps there's some technology that could be of use.
Technology other than our own is useless to us. We are infiltrators. We work from within the Goa'uld. Therefore, it's important that we appear to be Goa'uld.
Bring them in. What are your people planning?
Beg your pardon?
The chopper I just activated and brought forth these.
SG-3.
Colonel Makepeace? What are you doing?
General Hammond sent us to extract Captain Carter.
Why?
I'm afraid it's your father, Captain. He's in the hospital in a serious condition.
You have to let her go home.
I'm sorry, I cannot do that, sir.
Why not?
I'm afraid we have made our decision. We have decided not to accept your request for an alliance.
Therefore, you shall be our guests till such time as we decide to move to another planet.
What? With your knowledge of this planet, you've become a security risk. We cannot allow you to leave until we have moved somewhere else that you do not know about.
Well, surely as Tok'ra, you're more compassionate than that. Captain Carter's father is dying. I mean, at least let her go.
She's the highest risk of all. She contains the memory of Jolinar of Malksha.
We are not the only ones who have knowledge of this planet. Those we left behind on the Tok'ra also possess this knowledge.
As evidenced by our friends here?
It is our wish that your lack of return will convince them that we are Goa'uld and not Tok'ra.
You want them to think that we're dead.
You think they won't come through?
Sorry.
They'll keep sending people through.
We will try to make you as comfortable as possible.
Oh, it's a two-parter. Okay. They didn't say part 1 on it. That's weird. Lots of new things. We met the Tok'ra. You know, we got some interesting backstory for Jolinar, which is great. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. It's really fucking hot. I need to get a drink. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.